Howdy, everybody. It's high noon here in Tucson, Arizona, and everywhere else in the Mountain Standard Time Zone. We're glad that you are here with us today. So good afternoon, everybody. So, as you may know, we had a little problem last week. So that's why this is Zoom Your Mac, Take 2. So this is Go for Lunch number 104, brought to you by GoFor Technology. My name is Roger Harmon. I'm your host, and I'd like to get to know you. If you're new here, please type new in the comments so we can make your acquaintance. And as always, our motto, our mission, our goal is to make your technology work for you. So this is the May the 4th be with you edition of Go for Lunch. So tomorrow is Star Wars Day. So be prepared. Make sure your lightsaber has batteries. So we are failing forward. We are learning from our mistakes and getting back on the horse that threw us. Because as you know, last week didn't go as I had planned anyway. So this week we're going to fix that, because I think this feature is very important to know how to use. So this will be somewhat of a review, but we will get the demonstrations working the way they should so you can see exactly what each of these functions does. So this is Zoom Your Mac, Take 2. So Zoom, of course, we think of video conferencing, but this is a Zoom function built into your Mac operating system that allows you to enlarge your text and other content to adapt to your eyesight, which may not be working the way it used to. I know mine isn't. This is especially important when you have a smaller 13-inch or 14-inch MacBook, so you can zoom in on portions of the screen without having to make the whole screen bigger, which causes some problems by not being able to see some things on the screen, like the print box when you go to print something. And this capability has been built into your Mac for a long time, and we are going to show you how to use it today. To get to it, you simply go to the Apple menu in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. You slide down to System Preferences, click on that, and then you click on Accessibility. Now, the accessibility icon in System Preferences is located in different places on different versions of the operating system. So don't expect it to be where you'll see it here in the demo. And then you click on Zoom. So there are lots of options. First of all, you have to click the little checkbox to turn Zoom on. And then there's a second step to that. You have to toggle Zoom on by hitting the keys Option, Command, and 8 all at the same time. Actually, it would be more like this. Option, Command, 8. Now, to zoom in, you hit Option, Command, equals. To zoom out, you hit Option, Command, minus. So, let's go to the demo. And this week, you will see exactly how these things work. Get to the Zoom controls on your Mac. You would either go to the dock, where you may have System Preferences, or if not, you would go to the Apple menu in the upper left-hand corner, slide down to System Preferences, click there, and on my operating system, which is Big Sur, the accessibility icon is the first one. On different operating systems, this is going to be in different locations. So we click on that, and you can see here on the left panel, here is Zoom. Click on that. And here are our controls. So to make zoom work, first you have to check this box to turn zoom on, and then you also, the first time, you will have to toggle zoom on by hitting Option Command 8. Then you can zoom in with Option Command equals and zoom out with Option Command minus. So let's see how that works. So I'm holding down my Option Command and equals key, and you can see the whole screen is zooming in because it says full screen right here. So another check mark here is to use scroll gesture modifier keys. So what that means is that you can use your scroll wheel on your mouse or your two-finger scroll on a trackpad on your MacBook and zoom in and out that way. So now I hold down the Control key and use the scroll wheel on my mouse, and now I can easily scroll in and out. Getting dizzy yet? Okay, so that's another thing. Then we have the zoom style choices. So we're on full screen right now. We can use a split screen. Now you see up here at the very top, wherever I move my cursor, you can see a larger picture at the top. This can also be adjusted to the bottom, the left side, or the right side. So as I scroll up, you see the enlarged picture there, and of course I could hit Control and zoom that in, or zoom it out with my scroll wheel or my two-finger scroll gesture on the trackpad. So now I want to show you Picture in Picture, PIP. So now you see we have this rectangle. So as the cursor hits the edge of the rectangle, here the left edge, then it will slide that rectangle over to the left. Hit the bottom, it will go down. Hit the right, it will go right. I think you got the idea. So that's the picture in picture. So the way that you can adjust that is go over here to Advanced, and you have a bunch of adjustments here with some more check circles in this case. And one of the things you want to make sure that's turned on is smooth images. Otherwise, those images, when you scroll in, are even more pixelated than you have seen them previously. Another feature you might want to turn on is flash screen when notification banners appear outside your zoom view. So if you get a notification, it'll flash the screen so you don't miss the notification. And then down here we have the adjust size and location, and that's how I adjust the picture in picture, and click OK to accept that change. So now you can see our rectangle is a little bigger. You can see more at one time. So I can toggle this off by hitting Option Command 8, and now we're back to normal size. Then under Controls, we have some more choices with check boxes this time. So you can look at those, and then at the bottom here, if we hit Option Command equals to turn on zoom again, and then we hold down Control and zoom in.
Should have been Option Command 8.
And then we hit the right side of the picture in picture. So here you can set the zoom magnification, so you can go right to a large magnification instead of going up in increments. And same thing as the minimum zoom, you can make that larger. So if you find a setting that you like, you can just set it there and it'll go immediately to that, and you don't have to scroll in and out, or you don't have to hit your Option Command equal key or minus key to adjust the size. So I'm going to hit Option Command 8 to get out of that. And there we are. Back to normal. I'm going to click OK to get out of this box. And then another feature here is called Enable Hover Text. And when you check this box and you place your cursor, this is kind of tricky. You have to get the point of the cursor right on the text you want. And then you hit the Command key and you click on the text. It will display it in a very large and easy to read format. So if I move this over here, I can, wherever I touch the point of the cursor, it will read the, of course it doesn't work on Keynote. So okay, so that is basically your choices on customizing zoom on the Mac. So hopefully that came across and you can see exactly how the zoom functions work, and that way I hope that you can use it. So other Mac OS versions have a little different representation of the zoom options. For example, Mojave looks like this. Some of these, like these two functions here, were put behind another window. So, and Smooth Images is someplace else, and so don't let that throw you. It's going to be a little different depending on your operating system. So let's just recap some of the things we learned in the demo. That second checkbox is how you change the modifier keys. It defaults to Control, but you can also use Command and Option. And of course, your zoom style, you have three choices. You have the full screen, the split screen, and the famous PIP, picture in picture. Now, if you have more than one display, you can choose which display the zoom function works on. It doesn't work on both displays at the same time. And you can also show that accessibility icon inside System Preferences right in your menu bar. So you can skip some steps to get to it, to turn it on and off, and that's what it looks like. There on the left-hand side, the little outstretched character, outstretched armed character. So that way you can turn it on and off just by going to your menu bar at the top of your screen. So just to look at some of the advanced features here. So there's an advanced button over here on the right below Choose Display. And you have two choices here, Appearance and Controls. So we're looking at Appearance again. The Smooth Images is very important to make sure that checkbox is checked. And you have these other functions in here. And then if you go to the Controls side here by clicking on the Controls on the top, again, these are some of these functions that were moved from the way it works in Mojave. And then you have your maximum and minimum zoom settings here to customize it to your liking. Now let's take a little side trip here and talk about Apple key symbols. So we have in the left column the modifier key, and in the right column we have the symbol. So the command symbol you're familiar with, that's the command key, which is located on both sides of your space bar. Then that's the cloverleaf symbol. You have the outlined up arrow to represent shift. Option is the interesting little symbol here. the horizontal, diagonal, horizontal line, and another horizontal line. Control is just outline as a non-outline up arrow. Return starts goes down and then horizontal, ending in an arrowhead. And the delete key is this little, I don't know, it's not a hex, it's not a, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, that's your regular delete key, and then you have a forward delete key. So let's look at the Inspectocam. So the forward delete key is located right here, but it is only on a keyboard that has the separate numeric keypad. So let's bring this up here and up here. So here it is right here. You can see maybe see the little symbol, as opposed to the regular delete key, of course, which is right here. So when you hit this delete key, it deletes to the left. And when you hit this delete key, it deletes to the right of the cursor. So that is the forward delete key. So I have put a link in the description below to give you the complete list of these Apple key symbols. So the enable hover text box, you again hit the command key and then make sure your tip of your arrow for your cursor is in the center of the text, and then it will enlarge that. Now you probably won't be messing with this one. I'll just mention it in passing here. This is the options checkbox where you can adjust text size, text font, text entry location, and activation modifier. And then you also have colors. So when you go to the colors, before we go to colors, let's remember that we only want to adjust one feature at a time, because if you start changing features willy-nilly, you're going to get in trouble. So change a feature, check the results, make sure that's working the way you want it to work, and then change another feature. And you might want to write down as you change features which ones you're changing. So if you have to back out, you have a pathway. So here is the colors window down here below. Again, you probably won't mess with this at all. So there you have it. Hopefully much easier to understand. Questions, please put them in the comments, and any comments in the comments. Now a public service announcement. I don't think it has anything to do with your public safety. The Tucson Macintosh Users Group Ad Hoc HomePod Special Interest Group is meeting for the first time, for this special interest group anyway, on Friday, May the 6th at 7 p.m. That's this Friday, and this will be a Zoom meeting. That link is in the description right down there. So, speaking of Zoom, if you haven't updated Zoom in the last week, you should do so. It's now up to version 5.10.4. And please, if you haven't already, make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be notified of upcoming YouTube videos. Okay, let's see here. Bob says 5 by 5, which, in case you don't realize that term, it means everything was loud and clear. So thanks, Bob. I think we got that done this time the way it should have been done last time. So anybody have any questions about Zoom or anything else? Actually, we went through that pretty quick, which is good. And we will, as always, we're looking for things, and thank you for the thumbs up. We're looking for things to explain on our Go for Lunch every Tuesday at high noon. So if you have anything you'd like to know more about, please email me or call me. And that information is on the screen coming up next. So thanks for joining. We'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your week.